The Indian Navy is about to receive 9 stealth submarines in the coming years if the proposal gets cleared by the Cabinet Committee on Security soon. A defense source was quoted in the Business Standard highlighting the growing two-front threat in the Indian Ocean, stating, "There's an urgent requirement, particularly for Indian Ocean region, as China's naval presence grows and with Pakistan also acquiring more submarines," unquote. According to Business Standard, under Project 75 or Project 75I, 6 submarines will be ordered in the first batch initially for an estimated cost around 90,000 crore rupees, with an additional 3 submarines to follow shortly after. This after the main contract is signed in accordance with the 2020 Defense Acquisition Procedure Guidelines. Now, Xi Jinping has been sending Chinese ships for ocean floor mapping for submarine operations all over the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. Recently, a Chinese ship was caught snooping in the Bay of Bengal. It had switched off its automatic transponder to avoid detection near Indian waters. The PLAN, possessing the world's largest submarine fleet, is increasing its influence over vital sea routes and maritime regions. Such CCP tactics are becoming more common every day. While Pakistan now is modernizing its limited submarine force by adding 8 Chinese Hangar-class submarines based on Chinese designs and equipped with air-independent propulsion or AIP systems that enable longer underwater endurance and greater stealth. Now, while India operates 17 conventional and 2 nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, Pakistan has only 8 submarines, out of which 3 are shallow-water midget submarines. Still, Bharat needs to modernize its own fleet to keep its strategic edge in the Indian Ocean. The source also added, quote, "Given that the Project 75 is an entirely new project, negotiations could take up to a year. Then the proposal will be submitted to the CCS for approval, after which the contract will be signed," unquote. Now, the 2 main contenders for the deal to supply 6 AIP-powered conventional submarines to Indian Navy under Project 75I are Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems and Spain's Navantia Group. However, Navantia's bid, which included partnership with Larsen & Toubro, was disqualified for failing to meet key technical requirements, particularly regarding the air-independent propulsion or the AIP system. Now, this left the joint proposal from Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders in Mumbai and Germany's TKMS as the only remaining contenders. The Indian Navy thoroughly examined the AIP systems offered by both the contenders. TKMS AIP technology is proven and operational, though primarily on smaller submarine classes, while Navantia's AIP system was still in the prototype phase, with first integration anticipated only around 2026 or later. So this technological readiness gave TKMS an advantage in the selection process, influencing the Ministry of Defence's decision. Christian Fruhling, the program head of TKMS for Project 75I, expressed his conviction on the German technology. He said, quote, "In this, our big advantage is our unique AIP solution. The submarine design is a derivative of the well-established HDW class 214 submarine, which is currently in service with several navies worldwide. It will be tailored to the Indian Navy's requirements and incorporate technological advancements. To summarize, our Project 75I design, it is proven, it is advanced, and it is for India," unquote. However, recently, a new hurdle has been revealed. There has been significant rise in the cost of German origin submarines for the same project. The number approximately has now reached $1.3 billion per unit from an initial amount of only $800 million when the tenders were first put out in 2021. So this huge surge has pushed the total estimated cost of the project to 70,000 crore rupees, around $8.3 billion, which is nearly Pakistan's entire defense budget, well above the earlier estimate of 43,000 crore rupees. Now, there are a number of reasons responsible for the surge in price that directly or indirectly contributed to it, such as inflation, currency fluctuations, and the incorporation of an even more advanced air-independent propulsion system. With Germany also being the sole contender left, this also gives TKMS a leverage during negotiations. Commercial negotiations between Mazengo Dock Shipbuilders Limited and Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems are ongoing to finalize the terms, but the elevated cost highlights the challenges faced in balancing technological ambition with budget constraints. Even as the contract is signed today, the delivery of the first submarine is only expected in about 7 years, or around 2032. Now, considering the recent conflict with Pakistan, Indian Army is strengthening its defense capabilities for future uncertainties. Although India's retaliation after the Pahalgam attack in the form of Operation Sindoor did shake Pakistan to the core, does India really need to be concerned about Pakistan's newfound maritime focus? A Navy fleet comparison of both the countries will give an accurate answer. Indian Navy has 2 aircraft carriers while Pakistan has 0. Indian Navy has about 20 submarines including nuclear-powered ones. Pakistan doesn't have any nuclear submarines. India has a strong fleet of destroyers, frigates and corvettes, whereas Pakistan Navy lacks carriers and destroyers as well, with just a handful of diesel-electric submarines and even fewer surface vessels. India's Navy is a blue water force capable of extended operations as compared to Pakistan. But Pakistan is trying to catch up and match India's naval advantage. Earlier this year, China delivered the second new Hangar-class submarine to Pakistan. This delivery is part of the $5 billion deal for 8 such submarines as China arms Islamabad in an attempt to contain India's rise as a strategic rival. 4 submarines are being built in China, while the other 4 will be constructed in Karachi under a technology transfer program. While the Hangar-class submarines are an upgrade for Pakistan, they are unlikely to influence the outcome of any future wars, with India holding a decisive advantage in terms of submarines, surface warships, as well as maritime patrol grid led by a fleet of PA-type Poseidon aircraft and soon the Sea Guardian drones from America. On top of that, Project 75I aims not only to acquire advanced conventional submarines with state-of-the-art features like an AIP system, lithium-ion batteries, and stealth technology for the Indian Navy, but also to secure significant technology transfer edge from foreign partners. The goal is to boost indigenous submarine design and construction capabilities in India, aligning with the broader Make in India and self-reliance initiatives in defense manufacturing. Earlier, Germany's ThyssenKrupp Marine Systems CEO Olivier Buchard expressed that if the joint bid with its Indian partner Mazengo Dock Shipbuilders Limited wins the contract to build 6 new diesel-electric submarines under Project 75I, the companies plan not only to manufacture these submarines in India, but also to collaborate on building other naval vessels for export from India. What do you believe? Even with 8 new submarines, will Pakistan be able to match the Indian Navy? And does New Delhi need new submarines or more aircraft carriers to maintain its military superiority in the Indian Ocean? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.